What's up, guys? It's David coming at you with a first look at a reprint of probably personally, one of the saddest moments in comic book history for myself. I've talked about it before. I'm a huge Ultimate Spider-Man fan just because I kind of grew up with the story as it came out. As I had just moved to Texas so I had no friends, no nothing. Spider-Man, that comic book run of the Ultimate Spider-Man comes out. I read it, and I basically go through high school reading the stories of Spider-Man. So this one hurt me personally, just because obviously I saw this kid grow up, story-wise. But today we are finally looking at the Death of Ultimate Spider-Man Omnibus. This is a reprint, and like I said, it's a very near and dear death to me, just because of the fact that we kind of saw his whole story go from beginning to end in a run that I guess now is 4 Omnis if you have it, yeah. If you were there for when it came out, you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and take a look. So this is the standard right here, and I'm gonna automatically say this is my favorite cover. This is just such a good cover. I remember when they took this out, and ooh man, people were buying this all off the shelf so quickly. Here's the front, the spine, and the back. Very cool. And here is the DM right here, front, spine, and the back, which it's not bad. Listen, this one's pretty cool. But this one is just, it hits. Oof. Uncle Ben telling Spider-Man, "You did good, kid. You did good." Oh, Grandpa, I miss you. But yeah, listen. If you've been getting the Spider-Man, I know we've gotten like the Ultimate Spider-Man runs reprinted or came out within the last couple of years. So we had the number 3 a couple months ago. So now we finally completed with the Ultimate Death of Spider-Man, I'm here for it. Like I said, it's one of the stories, one of my personal favorite stories, just because it actually, like, I was growing up with it. So seeing it finally complete, and then obviously leads into I would say probably one of the best new characters that came from it, which is Miles Morales, which now is a cultural phenom, not only with movies but in the games, as a comic book character, and just it really does transfer the spirit of Spider-Man to the next generation in a really good way. If you read Miles Morales' story, you understand like what he had to go through as well, how he suffered as well. So yeah, definitely a really good jumping point for that, and I think especially for the Ultimate Universe, a great good send off for Peter Parker. But let's go ahead and take a look what it looks like underneath. So this one comes in at 608 pages. So it's a pretty thin Omni. And this has, there's red and blue themed panel with the Ultimates, I'm guessing. And Spider-Man's in there because that was his biggest thing. I think that was, if you read the story, his thing was always like, can I be in the Ultimates? I want to be in the Ultimates. Am I in the Ultimates? Can I please? And especially at the end, like he's kind of being trained to get to lead the next iteration of the Ultimates in a sense. So to see all what happens with him, how he just kind of gets taken down because of something that happens here. I don't want to give it too much away, but if you read the story, you know what I'm talking about. It's just it's very like whoa. Anyway. Let's go ahead and jump into Ultimate Death of Spider-Man. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at one of the most epic epic deaths of all. Here's the creators and contributors to this book. Thank you guys so much for all the hard work you put into this. We appreciate you. We honor you. And let's jump into Ultimate Spider-Man Death of Spider-Man Omnibus. Now, again, if you've been collecting the Ultimate Spider-Man Run omnibuses, this would be basically number 4, because we've had the other 3. I couldn't grab any of them to show them to you, like to show you what it looks like. And this is kind of in between, him and Mary Jane kind of getting back together, and Gwen Stacy's like, I don't want to spoil it all. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much of it, but very much him kind of settling into this role as kind of being not a lackey, I don't want to call him a lackey, for, Carol Danvers as she takes over Nick Fury's position as, the leader of the Ultimates, in a sense. And so he has to work with they're kind of putting boundaries on him, and he's not feeling very good at being Spider-Man. There's other things going on. And then during this whole thing, the Avengers versus Ultimates kind of happens on there. So it's actually included on here, which is great. Let me tell you a little bit more about this book, okay? The Goblin and the Spider forever intertwined. From the moment he became Spider-Man, young Peter Parker has been plagued by Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. And Osborn's biggest trump card is that he knows Spider-Man's secret identity. He knows where Peter Parker lives. Anytime he wants, the Goblin can take the fight right to Spider-Man's front door. And after escaping S.H.I.E.L.D. custody, that's exactly what he does. Osborn assembles a fearsome Sinister Six of supervillains, including Dr. Octopus, Kraven the Hunter, the Vulture, Electro, and the Sandman, and heads to Queens intent on snuffing out Spider-Man's life. The attack comes at the worst possible time, with Spider-Man caught in the crossfire of a battle between the Ultimate Avengers and the New Ultimates. After suffering a grievous wound, can Spidey defeat the entire Sinister Six? Peter Parker learns dearly that with great power there must also come great responsibility. Peter did not live up to that responsibility when he could have saved his beloved Uncle Ben's life. Now, with the battle hitting home, literally can Peter Parker make amends and save his Aunt May as her life hangs in the balance. The ultimate confrontation between the Goblin and the Spider will rock the Ultimate Universe to its core. The lives of Iron Man, Captain America, and Nick Fury will never be the same. Wheels are set in motion that will forever change the role of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the status of Earth's mutant population. And does Peter Parker's death necessarily mean Spider-Man is no more? So, of course, as we all know, it kind of doesn't, because of the fact that Miles Morales comes and takes over. We also see a little bit of the fallout of his death. Listen, let me just go back. This part where he's being cradled by his grandma after he basically takes down Green Goblin. If you haven't read it, I'm sorry, but you've had plenty of time to. This is definitely if you're a fan. Where is it? Right? Where he says, I did it, and then she's kind of like Mary Jane's holding him. But then this scene with the Goblin, like dying as well, like he's dying, and then he smiles as he's dying because he killed him. Oh, bro! What a scene. What a scene. Man. Anyway, great story. Like, seriously, if you're a Spider-Man fan, I hope that you get this book. And of course, as you can see, there's definitely some more after it. Let me show you. Let me show you some of the extras that come with it as well. So you get some of the covers here. This is the Ultimate Comics Spider-Man variant. This is the one that's basically on the back of the book on the spread. You also get a lot of the Ultimates versus Avengers covers on here, because, of course, that's kind of what led up to him not being at full capacity. I think he would have taken on the Green Goblin if he hadn't been already wounded from fighting on here, on this front. So, ooh. Oh, that one was nice. The color on that looks so cool. That would have been a great cover too. That one's good too. I like that. Oh, because there was, remember, I did this one. There was also the pencil drawing of it. And Oh, nice. Look at that. The combined Fallout number 1 through 6 variants. Very cool. And then here we have the art process of how it basically happens. As you can see, that's where he got shot. Saving Captain America. There you go. And then, of course, the final fight. Nice. There you go, guys. Definitely, I would say a great run for Spider-Man. You know, he has such a rich history. There's so many great books that have been written by different artists for him. But this one, to me, like I said, is personal. It hits home, or it hits me in the heart, and you know, it's a great closing, I would say, for him in that aspect. And no, there's parts where, you know, later on, I think he kind of comes back. I kind of haven't gotten up to that point yet, but for me, this is where it kind of finalized his story and led into the creation of Miles Morales, or the reveal, the introduction of Miles Morales, and then him coming out as the ultimate, or the Spider-Man of the Ultimate Universe. Loved it. Great. Was there for it. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think. Definitely check it out, Organic Price Books, if you're going to get it, guys, and I will see you in the next one.